Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, welcome back to Matsasurba online English lesson. With me, Ratna Hidayati. This is an English video lesson for grade 7 of SMP or MTS. And our topic today is the quality of things. It's a beautiful day. The Islamic base of our lesson today is Surah Al-Fatir, verse 27. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alam tara anna Allah anzala minas samai ma'an fa'akhrajna bihi thamaratin mukhtalifan alwanuha. وَمِنَ الْجِبَالِ جُدَادٌ بِيضٌ وَحُمْرٌ مُخْتَلِفٌ أَلْوَانُهَا وَغَرَابِيبُ سُودٌ. Do you not see that Allah sends down rain from the sky, with which we bring forth fruits of different colors? And in the mountains are the sticks of varying shades of white, red, and raven black. Well, students, before starting the lesson, let's say the dua together. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Raditu billahi rabba wa bil islami dina wa bi Muhammadin nabiyyan wa rasula. Rabbi zidni ilma warzuqni fahma waj'alni min ibadika sholihin. May Allah let our heart be filled with light and insight and knowledge and understanding. Amen. Okay. The purpose of this lesson is that by the end of the lesson, you will be able to ask for and give information related to quality of things, to identify, to criticize, or to praise them. Now prepare your English textbook. When English rings a bell, page 100. Look at what the students are talking about. This park is shady and the flowers are colorful. I like this park. I do too. This is a wonderful park. Look, there are butterflies. They are pretty. There are garbage cans too. We can keep this park clean. I like studying here. The weather is nice. It's a beautiful park. So, from the conversation, what good qualities does the park have according to the students? Let's try to answer. Let's say the facts one by one. The park is shady. The flowers are colorful. The butterflies are pretty. So, from these statements, we can conclude that the park is beautiful. Well, now please look at the use of is and are here. The park is shady. Shady here is the adjective of the park. So, shady explains about the park. Okay, this park. Because this park, only one park, so we use is here. What about the flowers? Look at this. The flowers. So, there are more than one flower. It means that there are many flowers. Because there are many flowers, we then use are for plural nouns, right? Okay. The flowers are colorful. The word colorful here, okay, the adjective here explains about the flowers, the quality of the flowers. Okay, now what about the butterflies? There are more than one butterfly, yeah? Because here, butterflies. It means that it's also plural. Because it's plural, then we can use are. So, the butterflies are pretty. Pretty is the quality of the butterflies. And we can conclude that the quality of the park is beautiful. So the park is beautiful. Again, we use is here because there is only one park. Okay, now let's learn how to ask and answer related to quality of things. The first question, how is the park like? The park is shady and beautiful. How are the flowers like? The flowers are colorful. How are the butterflies like? The butterflies are pretty. Okay, so look at the red words here. Okay, the words that is typed in red. Okay, shady, beautiful, colorful, pretty. Okay, those words explains about the noun. Okay, the park is shady and beautiful. So, shady and beautiful explains about the park. Colorful explains the flowers. Pretty explains the butterflies. And please remember the use of is and are here. Well now, let's continue with the following dialogue. It's a dialogue between Siti, Lina, Edo, Dayu, Benny and Udin. They are talking about the park. Why does Udin like studying in the park? So now our focus is on what Udin says. Okay, Udin says that I like studying here. The weather is nice, the park is beautiful, and it's a beautiful day. So, if the question is why does Udin like studying in the park? You can answer, right? Okay, let's see. Udin enjoys studying in the park because, okay, first, the weather is nice. The park is beautiful. And the day is beautiful. Okay, what about this conversation? Okay, it's a conversation between Dayu and Lina. Wow, your classroom is clean and tidy. Nothing is dirty and messy. Thank you. So, what does Dayu say about Lina's classroom? Dayu says, Lina's classroom is clean and tidy. Look at this. Dayu says, your classroom. It means that Lina's classroom. Okay, and because there is one classroom, so we use is here. Dayu says, Lina's classroom is clean and tidy. Now let's continue with the conversation about the schoolyard. How is the schoolyard? Benny says, the schoolyard is large. Look at this. Our schoolyard is very large. Okay, look at the use of is. Okay, this is used because there is only one schoolyard. And they can play badminton and do many activities there. Okay, look at this. We, because here, okay, the students are talking with the friends. Okay, so they use we. And then when we want to say the same, okay, so we use they because we are not included in the conversation. Now, what about Siti's car? How does Siti's car look like? Dayu says that Siti's car is nice. And then Siti replies that her car, okay, is old but it runs fast. Okay, or we can say it's an old car but it runs fast. Okay, remember the red letters here? Okay, here we use S in the verb because the subject is only one. The first one is Dayu and the second one here is the car or it. Let's look at the following dialogue now. Okay, how is the music? Benny says that the music is too loud. He cannot study. Look at the use is here. The music. Okay, we use is. What about this dialogue? Look at this. It's dark here. I'll open the curtains. That's a good idea. Thank you. So, how is the room, do you think? What does Lina says about the room? Lina says the room is dark. So, she will open the curtain. Look at the use of is here. Okay, because the room, only one room. Well, students, now look at this conversation. This conversation is an exercise. Okay, look at the instructions. Complete the sentence based on the dialogue. Do the exercise on the Google form in your Google Classroom. Okay, this one is for an example. So you don't need to do this one on your Google Classroom. You will have other conversations to do. Okay, let me give you an example here. Look at the sentence. There are two sentences here. Okay, and you have to complete the blanks. Look at this. Siti's house is blah blah blah, but she always comes on time. She is never late because blah blah blah. Okay, so to complete these sentences, let's look at the conversation. Okay, how is Siti's house according to the sentence, to the dialogue? Edo says, Siti, your house is far from your school, but you always come on time. Okay, so we can write down here, far from school. Siti's house is far from school, but she always comes on time. Okay, what about the second blank? Okay, she is never late because, right, because she goes to school at 6 a.m. Look at this, what Siti says here. I always go to school at 6 a.m. That's why I'm never late. So, it's easy, isn't it? Well, students, this is the first dialogue you have to learn. Okay? And then, based on the dialogue, please complete the 3 sentences. There are 6 blanks. Okay? Study the dialogue and then complete these blanks on your Google form. The second dialogue. The third dialogue. I hope everyone can do the exercise easily. Okay, now let's come to the summary. We have learned how to show quality of things using adjectives. We need is or are before the adjectives. Is for singular noun and are is for plural noun. Well, students, let's say hamdalah together. This is the end of this video lesson. Let's say hamdalah together. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Thank you so much for your attention, and we will see on the next video lesson. Bye now. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.